Keeping holiday cheer throughout the new year. And it's also a day of incredible updates for your stimulus. Good afternoon. And this is a special live recording of Holidays LALATE. In this recording, I'm going to go live with you and answer your questions. As we understand, it's a Monday afternoon, and I'll be going over how to keep your holiday decor very simple, carefree, and free for many of you. The reason why I went live this morning as I get into position is because I know it's a Monday and I know the holiday is just around the corner, and I know a lot of offices may be closed by the time I record on Afternoons LA. So I wanted to get in here and help you. And that's the spirit of this channel. So with a second stimulus check update, a second stimulus, a third stimulus, and more, let's get right to it. I see Rosie in the room, and Sally and Jonathan is here as well. And I also see Tabitha, and Sophie, and Diana. Love you back, Sophie. I appreciate it. And Lourdes is here, and there's Danielle, and there's Reynes, and there's Catalina, and Toby, and Malone. Hello, sup family. Well, appreciate it. There's Michael and Danielle, and then Ace A Gaming. And then Jasmine Antonio, and then there's Dean, and then there's James, and Damon from Indiana, and Dean from Decatur, and then Rogue from, and then Linda. Shalia's here, and Diana. Well, there we go. And Tammy and Mary and Aaron, and John from Arizona, Tammy from Florida, and Lay as well. Holly has come in from Tennessee. Hello, Holly. And there's William Terry. And there's Latresa and Cynthia from Central Illinois. And Queen Bee from Huntington Beach. Well, there we go. Rolando is in the room. Well, Wando. Thank you for joining us, Rolando. And there is much love from Renee and Jasmine and Mary from cold Northeast Ohio. And Franel from Oregon, and LaShesha from Arkansas, and Jason from upstate New York. Jay Malone, love you. Well, thank you. Love you back. And there's Louisville, Kentucky. Mandy. Always a lot of people from Kentucky in the room. And there's Athena, Savannah, Georgia. Patricia, wow. Carrie Young from Texas. Oklahoma's Rogue. And someone internationally with international language. I couldn't even read that. Joanna, and then Toledo. Toledo, Marche, and Rodney from South Carolina. Springfield, Illinois is in the house. Tampa for Caribbean, and Jeannie from Tennessee. Well, thank you for the nice comment, Jeannie. Corey Island from Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Greens from Nashville, Indiana. Well, Nashville, Indiana, not Nashville, Tennessee. I gotta keep this in check. Carlita from Texas. Calder and Alberline, Texas. I know that town. And there's Pinellas County, Florida. I remember a lot of Pinellas counties. In Kansas City, even colder. And Mike B from Washington. Hello, everybody. A lot of people in Illinois tell us how screwed up it is. Well, that's not good. You're awesome, LA. Well, thank you, Diana. I'm sorry I'm in Gainesville, Georgia. Well, there you go, Renee. And Juliana, and you're so informative. Well, we're going to get more informative right about now. Let's get right to it. What's important to understand is, oh boy, now I feel better. Something in my eyes. What's important to understand is that there's money to get right now. Three types of money. The first type of money is escalated benefits. The second type of money is EIDL. And the third one, which is the reason why I went live in this recording, is that CARES Act 1 money. What's important for let me just do briefly on enhanced unemployment benefits before I get to my CARES Act 1 grant people. For enhanced unemployment benefits, you need to get it in right away. I had one real big success story. Someone got $11,000 between Friday and today. So if you qualify for escalated benefits, get it in right away. Even if you are now employed, you could do it for the period in which you were unemployed. So do that right away. In the links to this video is morning's LLA's video from today. I have updates on how to do each of the things I'm talking about in this video with specificity. So where I'm going to be answering more questions in this video for specific things on how to do enhanced unemployment benefits, look at the link. It's in the pinned comment. It's over here in the super chat as well. All right, now let's turn to EIDL briefly. Get that EIDL on board. Go to sba.gov. I want you to do EIDL now. I don't want you to wait. The reason, very simply, is that EIDL is expiring very soon. And I don't know the day. And this is Javita Carranza. She changes for scars. So you could wake up one morning and EIDL could be gone. And I don't want you to not get the couple thousands of dollars or $5,000 or $10,000 or $6,000. I don't want you to lose that because you wait around a couple days. And And I'm making this very clear because it doesn't make sense, but this is the way they do it. Just because you get the application into EIDL today and they close the program doesn't mean you get it. So the fact that you get it on file means nothing. That's not the way SBA works. Once they close it, it's gone. So I want you to get in, apply, and get the application and get the money as fast as possible. All right, now let's go to CARES Act 1 grants. What's important to understand for CARES Act 1 grants is the following. I want to start with this because I'm seeing a couple questions in private messages overnight. I want you to focus first on rent. Then, if you're having problems with rent, and I'll tell you an example of where you'll have problems. LA City, New York City, Pennsylvania. They did rent grants from the city and county in July. I detail on the channel. So you can't chase rent in the big cities anymore. So at that point, I want you to focus on utilities, utility grants. Utilities can come from your utility companies, state housing authority, and then after that, I want you to focus on food. Then after that, I want you to focus on medicine. A lot of people are getting grants for their medical bills. So what's important to understand, this is not only positivity, but it's also information, is that if you're having an impediment, a block on rent, go then to utilities. Because as someone just said, I need food desperately. Tabita, I got to tell you, food grants are all over the place. They are abundant, and it's not like they're closing out or over. I mean, that's what's important to understand. Georgia LEAP is only help. So there you go. What I want you to understand is you started rent, then utilities, then food, and then medical. And you can go all of them as well. All right, now let's go to individual cities and states across the country. Let me answer a couple of your questions right now. And before I do, I want to give you an example. Massachusetts. I've had so many people in the live chats here that said Massachusetts can't find anything. Viewer followed my advice. He got in for an application he believes is going to get approved. $14,000 for Massachusetts for his family. I think it's family of 5 for rent income, for rent relief, 1 year. So you have to understand, you have to keep on pushing. All right, so now let's get to the questions. Pennsylvania is still doing rent assistance. Okay, so Pennsylvania. So there's an example. I thought Pennsylvania had closed out rent. Someone just said Pennsylvania still has rent open. So that's a good push. There's someone who really pushed through and didn't give up. Idaho, Mississippi, North Carolina. There is a lot of stuff for North Carolina. And Tennessee. There is Tennessee as well. Washington as well. Certain states I have heard and seen, and that's what's important. Marvin says, it's not too good because I'm a disabled person. So I don't want you, and I have seen these comments. You're not the only person, Marvin. I have seen these comments where people say they don't qualify because of something else. Is there rent assistance available in Los Angeles? Not from the city and county, but there is utilities, absolutely. And there may be other type of rent assistance from things other than the cities and counties here in LA, like from other organizations. If you're on PUA, can you still apply for escalated benefits? Yes, that's a concept of escalated benefits. Escalated benefits concerns the period in which you were unemployed, whatever the months you were. What about Michigan? Yes, someone has gotten stuff from Michigan. What would be available for West Vermont? Someone actually sent me a link for Vermont. Vermont has a lot of stuff. Missouri. Missouri is doing a lot for utilities. And someone said that for rent, they found in Missouri that it was being handled by their county official, and the county official has a housing department in the county. So that's an example. Thomas, Pennsylvania. So Thomas just asked about Pennsylvania, and someone just above said they found it for Pennsylvania for rent. I know there's utilities. Eugene, I had someone get Eugene rent on Thursday last week. Heard anything from New Mexico? Nothing yet heard about New Mexico. Kentucky, haven't heard anything. In Florida, if you're not being evicted, they won't help you if you call. Untrue, Diane. Untrue. That's categorically untrue. In Terry, Ohio. Yes, I have an entire volunteer who's doing only Ohio. So what I want you to give me a second here. Go out of frame, come back in frame. Okay, so if you go to the front of the LALATE YouTube channel, here's the front of the LALATE YouTube channel. I'm going to keep it in frame here. Let me bring it in really close. Hopefully I am in focus here. So you see on the front of the YouTube LALATE channel, you see these little tabs here. Home. What's the next one say? Videos, favorites, community. This word here, community. If you are subscribed and have hit the alert button, you will hit alerts when a new thing appears in the community. It's this tab right here where everything is being posted. 9 out of 10 people are asking me questions about things that are posted in the community around the clock. And so either people are not going to the community page or can't find it. So I'm showing you right here. Let me go in really close. There's the community tab. If you're using a cell phone, let me open it up for you and show it to you what it looks like. Opening the community tab here. Okay, so here is the community tab. See the okay. The wonders of live TV. Now you see the community tab. I have chosen the community tab, and here's something I wrote on the community tab just minutes ago. It says, just released. Oh, you can look at me, look at myself. That is hysterical. So here's me looking at myself live. This is the community tab, and this is a video, and this is me, and this is me. This is also me. So what if I get me a place? How could I get started? They're giving first and last month's rent. They're giving a year's rent. And this is the community tab. The reason why I want you to see the community tab is I'm posting things to the community tabs. When I see rent, when I see grants, when I see new mentors. I have a new mentor, not mentors, volunteers. I have a new volunteer. Dreamweaver Serenity is now a new volunteer. Additionally, one of the volunteers, Roberta's Twitter was switched to the Instagram. So I want you, this is the community post. And so it's important for you to stay alert because this is where I'm posting things. All right. That was funny. So there you go. And it's hard holding that camera like this. It's like, okay, that's a nice bicep exercise for the day. North Carolina, yes, gotten people for rent in North Carolina. Any help in California, Santa Barbara County? It should be. There you go. Anything for Ventura County? I've looked for Ventura County. I could not. Ventura County has their own website. I know there's something for utilities. Is Texas giving out grants? So in Texas, if you're subscribed in Houston, I'm talking about one private organization that's paying people's rents. Sally just responded. Texas is giving assistance. There you go. You can go to the Coliseum with your double LLA. I know there could be two versions of me. Maryland, someone got something in Maryland. Riverside County, great question. I have looked for Riverside County. I know they have utilities in Riverside County, and I know they have food. So there you go. South Dakota, don't know. St. Louis, Missouri has a housing for people who, there was a person who posted something wonderful about St. Louis. Can you post that again so I can read that? That's a good example. Colleen, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Savannah, Georgia has rent grants for United Way's Second Harvest Food. There you go. Is Georgia giving any assistance? Yes, they are. Hi, Purple Panel, let's do it. LA, I've got a lot of messages. I'm still willing to help in Louisiana, Ohio. Nicole, wonderful. Thank you. Indiana did have rent and utilities, no longer. So look a different way. Rolando, yes, Rolando, look for utilities in Riverside County. Florida, absolutely. Florida has tons. I can't list how many Floridas have. Idaho has ones as well. Does Kansas have any? I don't know. Arizona. Keep on looking. I need some I need some Calcino tokens. Hysterical. What do I do if North Carolina stopped? I can't see what it said. Um, Michigan, yes. Louisiana, absolutely. Louisiana Housing Authority, turn to that. I've had people get big grants for a year in Louisiana and Alabama. New York, there is money in New York for utilities and for food. How about in the city of Los Angeles? Yes, they have for utility grants and also for food. Um, what about Montana? Don't know about. I have not looked up Montana. When I say I don't know, it means I haven't looked. I haven't had a case. Meaning, if someone sends me a success story out of a city, I know that I know there's success there. It doesn't mean it's not available. I need help with getting something in Florida. Florida is wonderful. All the counties have it on their county websites. So if you're just joining the chat, someone just said I just joined the chat. So let me explain what's going on. This is a live edition of Holidays LALATE, which is normally at this time slot, but instead of being taped, it's live. And in this video, because we're approaching Thanksgiving, and because I know that by the time you watch Afternoons LALATE, it will be evening time, I want to get on here and update people on how to really get clear messaging on how to find these grants. So let's recap if you're just joining the chat at the 16-minute mark. Ohio. Yes, we are talking about Ohio. I actually have since Thursday, I have had a volunteer from Ohio. What I've said on this channel is that, what I've said in this recording is that there's 4 ways that you need to be focused on getting this assistance for CARES Act 1 grants. 1, calling your city hall, county, calling your county hall. 3rd, calling your state housing authority. 4th, going into the community page of this channel, which I detailed early in this video. If you missed it, you can replay back this video after it becomes taped in about 10 minutes. And you should go in the community page, and in there I have no less than 5 volunteers. I have 1 volunteer who's only for Ohio. I have 1 volunteer who's across the country. I have 1 volunteer who's in Washington State. I have volunteers in all these different states that are helping people get this money. And what's important to understand is Oklahoma, yes. Arizona, yes. Catholic Charities, absolutely wonderful. What's important to understand is that this money is there. And you need to find it. You need to use the phone, and you need to use the computer, and you also need to use the resources of these volunteers. They're here to help you. What's important to understand, and another reason I wanted to go live with you, is the motivational aspect. I want to explain this to you, and I'm saying it to you in a positive way and not to be in a negative way. I started making these recordings about getting this money about last Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is really only 3 business days, Thursday, Friday, and today. I had 2 people, 1 person email me and say, I sort of given up. I've done enough work. I don't want to do anymore. That's it. That's not the spirit of Purple Power. You worked on this for 2 days and you're giving up because you expected the $10,000 to just land there after 24 to 40 hours of work. You have to hustle a little bit more. I'm sorry if you emotionally don't have that strength. I'm trying to emotionally give you that encouragement. And I hope the other viewers of this channel who have the hearts, had the purple hearts, who had the purple emojis, who have the smileys, who give the motivation to other viewers, encourage those and say, don't give up after looking for 1 day or 2 days. And ultimately, if you spent all of 1 day calling, that's not a hustle. That's not a hustle. I've had viewers who spent days and days and days, and they got their money. Things just don't happen that easy. Pennsylvania, yes, utilities in Pennsylvania. For the viewer who just posted something in Pennsylvania, someone posted something about rent early in this video. I know there is utilities in Pennsylvania. And there you go. California does have utilities. So I spoke to West Palm. They have a green light for housing. West Palm Beach has a housing grant on. Hey, Barbara. West Palm Beach has a rent grant on the West Palm Beach website. Tennessee had it as well. Does SSI $200 start at the beginning of December? Start at the beginning of December 2020? No, it does not. turn on the printer. I don't know what the printer's for. How do you start with giving the landlord the declaration form? So if you're talking about the CDC eviction moratorium, that's only around for 4 weeks. So you better get that going. Go to the CDC's website, get the form, download it, and give it to the landlord right away. Idaho housing grant, if you made $42,000 or less over a year, there we go. Someone just said it very clearly. And that's exactly what I've been basically saying. You qualify if your income level is at a certain level. So Idaho, $42,000 or less, 2019 earnings, you get it. I went on CARES Act plus Savannah plus grant. So Patricia also do the three telephone ways I said, and also the volunteers, and also the community page. St. Lucia County has grants. There you go. Florida has grants in almost every county. I have not seen a single county in Florida that says we don't. Palm Beach rent grants ended last week. Oh no, Kimberly. Well, look for utilities. That's unfortunate. This is what I'm talking about, is these things are going to be ending very soon. The latest, I believe, is probably March, is December 15th. So get it going. But keep on looking. Look for utilities. Look for food. Tennessee rent assistance, yes. What's available for FPUC in Washington State? FPUC is available nowhere. It has expired. Utility grants needed, yes. So with utility grants, let me go over those. Utility grants can come from two different ways. State Housing Authority, actually four different ways. State Housing Authority, your city or your county, or simply calling a utility company. So utility assistance in New Mexico, Kelly just asked. Call up the utility company themselves. If you have water, call up water department. If you have the electric bill, call up the electric department. If you have gas, do it. And they're doing these assistance plans. And these assistance plans are absolutely incredible. They're announcing them right now. And this is, I need help. I'm not good with computers, Sandra. So that's a great question. Sandra's not good with computers. So if you're not good with computers, use my advice with the telephones. Call the city hall, call the county hall, call the utilities company. Everyone can call the utilities company. You can pick up the phone and say, hey, is this the water department? I'm having problems paying my water bill. Do you have a free assistance plan? Because I'm having problems paying my water bill. That's how you do it without doing it. New Jersey, call 211. Lots of help. There we go, Rita. Free pizza. I want some. Is pepperoni. What's the website for that? Nothing. There is no particular. Let me answer this question. Some people say, can you just send me the website for everything for this? No, there is no website for 9,000 utility companies across the country. Every utility company has its own website. So you have to do what's in your town. Can someone help me in Michigan? Do every step that I just told you. Disabled in Idaho. There you go. Follow the steps I said for Idaho. Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, yes, they have rent and they have utilities. I have a lot of people in here tonight from Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. Wow. There you go. I got some lasagna, free pizza. Wow, we have a whole food court in here as well. Continue with your questions. Just do a couple more questions, and then we'll go to a little bit of holidays, LA, and finish it out. Tampa, absolutely, Tampa. Hillsborough County, absolutely. PashHelp.org, interesting. Call the Crisis Center. Wow, that was interesting. Hello from Texas. Hello from Texas. Thank you for the nice comment, Vicky. I really appreciate it. Food at the churches. Yes. The churches are incredible sources of free food grants. South Carolina. They do help in Brooklyn. There you go. To order, let's see, Texas. And Wichita, Kansas. Everything. There you go. So remember, you're at the middle of the day. You have a break between now and afternoon's LA, which is 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. You have about 2 hours to that show. Get on the phone and start calling city, county, state housing authority, your utilities company, and get these requests in right away. Call call your city hall. And when I say the city, I mean the city hall. I don't mean the governor. And when I say the county, I mean the county. And it's as simple as that. Any help in South Carolina? Yes. Is there another chance of another round of $600 for an extra unemployment from New York? I don't know. There will be. Yes, there will be. Is it going to come during the holidays? I don't know. But that's why I want you to do escalated benefits. And let me just do a short bit about escalated benefits right now. Viewers are understanding that escalated benefits is thousands of dollars. I had one viewer as I started the broadcast got $11,000 for escalated benefits between Thursday and today. What's important is when you get $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, $8,000 for escalated benefits. Who cares what happens with Mitch and Nancy over the next 4 weeks? You got $8,000. $8,000 is more than Mitch and Nancy would be giving you between now and January. This is how I'm helping you help yourself and get money that's a lot more than the stimulus that they're going to give you during the holidays. So I want you to do that. And if you are employed now, you can do it for the period in which you were unemployed. And that's as simple as that. Next, let's end with a little bit of holiday cheer. If you notice, one of my earliest recordings was this plant. And this is a plant that I talked about putting out plants during the holiday season that keeps the decor very, very relatively simple and fresh and cheery. This plant is now sort of seen its days coming, and it's near end of life. And what I want you to understand is that even if something has a end of season, you can keep it out of the way, and certainly not on the dining room table, but on the floor. Take off the dead pieces and extend its life. Always give it extra light and extra water, and the plant will continue to give you cheer throughout the holiday season. This plant will arguably last all the way into January if I continue to trim the pieces and keep it watered and a little bit ventilated. Also remember that every plant that's wrapped always has a container at the bottom of this sort of fabric. What you want to do is ensure that the plastic is removed, and you want it to be properly drained at the bottom. You don't want that paper to be there because it will go dead within a few days. And so this plant, even though it still has some beauty up here and has some deadness in here, you can trim it and keep that holiday decor going throughout the rest of the season. What's important to understand is the holidays often brings an element of loneliness, and this holiday season will be unlike any other. Holidays this holiday season may result in you not being able to see family members because of COVID. Families are encouraged not to really have large gatherings for the holiday season. And when I make recordings about holiday decor, I'm assuming it's for you and your immediately family that you live together. And so what I am anticipating to do for the holiday season, and potentially as early as Thanksgiving, is having additional live recordings sporadically, either here or on Instagram, so that you can never feel alone, that we as the Purple Power family are here as a family of cheer and delightfulness throughout the holiday season. So my personal message to end with is you're not going to feel alone during the holiday season if you cannot see your family because of COVID or because of social distancing, because I will be having extra live recordings like this where we'll keep it lighthearted, very easy breezy. I'll bring Sir Lauren along. Maybe Javita will show up, and we will keep it light and easy breezy. It's this type of fun and joint seeing familiar faces that I enjoy, and certainly you enjoy. Coming up next at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, and that's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, is LALATE Afternoons. Someone said they're in Los Angeles eating enchiladas right now. I'm really jealous. Better save one for me. Sounds really delicious. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay focused, and stay in LA for more.